It's another WCBL rivalry night here on Flow Sports as the Regina Red Sox welcome the Saskatoon Berries on a Thursday evening as we welcome you inside the ballpark here at Curry Field in Regina, Saskatchewan. Donovan Mace alongside Elliot Wagner for the Highway 11 rivalry, the third iteration of this matchup between the two teams which made it to the Eastern Division Final last year. Elliot, kind of two teams moving in different directions. Regina finally getting off the schneid after a 4-game losing streak, while Saskatoon currently atop the table in the WCBL's East.
Yeah, Saskatoon, they've continued their high expectations coming after last season, obviously breaking the single-season win record last year. They're looking to get past that and looking to start this year strong, and they've done just that. Only 2 losses on the year thus far. As for Regina, the reigning champions, came out the gate well, stumbled as you mentioned, but were able to get that good win against Swift Current last Sunday. They've been on a couple days of rest here, 2 straight rainouts against the likes of Weyburn Beavers here and in Weyburn. Sees them come into today not playing since that Sunday game against Swift Current, so well rested, well focused, and they're looking to get their first win against the Berries here tonight.
Starting pitcher for Regina is the righty out of Edgewood University, Aiden Schumacher. Third start of the season for Schumacher, and here's the first pitch. First pitch swinging is Nate Houston as he fouls it off. We get things going a couple minutes ahead of our scheduled start time, 7:03 p.m. Mostly cloudy night as the temperatures cool here on a early June night. Still beautiful wind blowing hard though, 30 kilometers an hour. Right field to left field. Second pitch of the ball game hit towards the second baseman Alex Rue, and they get Houston to start the game. Here's the lineup for the visiting Saskatoon Berries and head coach Joe Carnahan. Nathan Houston already grounded out. He'll lead things off. Nick Stinson steps into the left-handed batter's box right now. He bats second. Ethan Murdoch will bat third. Gavin Panks, the catcher, bats cleanup. Josh Henson, number 5, bats 5th. Brock Laird will bat 6th. Eric Aguirre's the DH tonight. He bats 7th. Nick Cote and Nash Nichols batting 7th. 8th and 9th tonight, going up against Aiden Schumacher. First pitch to Stinson away. Second pitch, that one also called outside. Calling the balls and strikes this evening is Derek Sada. Down the first base line is Kevin Manzik. He's the crew chief of this 3-man crew. And down the third base line right now is Sean Wetherill, although you'll see him at second base from time to time. 3-man crew tonight. Swing and a miss here by Stinson as Schumacher gets back in the count, 2-1.
Yeah, Schumacher has an interesting start to the season. This is his 3rd start. Currently coming in 10 innings pitched in total, 0-1 record. He's allowed 9 hits, 5 runs, only 4 of them earned, struck out 10 and only walked 3.
Nice. Schumacher gets the call there out of Sada. Nice little fastball on the outer part of the plate.
And his last appearance in a 6-1 loss to Medicine Hat, only allowed 2 of those runs across 5 innings and 4 hits, did strike out 4.
2-2 pitch here to Stinson. Swing and a miss at the changeup. First strikeout of the night for Schumacher. That is one thing that we've noticed out of this arm, as he's averaged about a strikeout per inning.
Yeah, and Stinson, not an easy guy to strike out. That's only his 4th of the season batting-wise, and that's just good pitch selection. Fastball away to bring it to 2 strikes. Changeup inside, gets the batter handcuffed.
Here comes Ethan Murdoch. He's first pitch swing. This one popped in behind the plate. Chasing after it is Castellanos. He's going to watch it go over the screen. First appearance of the season for Daniel Castellanos since he arrived here in Regina on Tuesday. Was supposed to play Tuesday night. Unfortunately, that game rained out. Was going to play last night in Weyburn. That game rained out. Beautiful night, albeit a little cooler tonight. Cloudy, but no rain in the forecast. So we should be able to play all 9 innings tonight. This one high to Murdoch. Murdoch continuing his strong start to the season. He's got 21 hits in his first 10 games. This one hit towards right field. Chasing after it is Krekowitz, just in foul territory, makes the grab, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Aiden Schumacher and the Regina Red Sox. 0-0. Regina gets their first chance when we return here on Flow Sports. Thanks for joining us. Lots of baseball left tonight.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
So far, so good for the Red Sox tonight as they get through the top of the first inning, scoreless. Starting pitcher on the mound for the Saskatoon Berries this evening is Owen Roberts, making his second start of 2026 for Saskatoon.
Roberts here, 2 3rd innings in his first start of the season, allowed 2 runs, or allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. One of them was earned. Didn't strike out a batter. And on 46 pitches, he did walk one in his first start of the season against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. In his collegiate season, he had a 1-1 record, 34 1/3 innings pitched. He walked 20 batters, allowed 39 hits against, and struck out 24. Did allow 4 home runs and a 5.77 ERA at his college season of Indiana State University.
Yeah, small sample size so far this season for Owen Roberts. See how he settles in this evening. Here's the lineup for Raipathakos going up against him. Justin Samard will lead things off for Regina with Mason Tafoya batting second. Will Toger bats third. Brady Bye, the Regina kid, bats cleanup this evening. Newcomer for Regina making his first appearance this season is Carson Cox. He'll DH this evening. The catcher, Daniel Castellanos, bats sixth. Chance Deskalchuk, the left fielder, batting seventh. Rain Krekowitz and Alex Rue, 8th and 9th, rounds out that Red Sox lineup. Roberts sets, and here's the first pitch for his evening. Low and in the dirt to Samard. Samard kind of started the season as the number 2 hitter, but he's started so hot. First 9 games, 14 hits, 359 average, so he's fouls this one off, moves the count to 1-1.
Yeah, he's done a really good job to get on base as well. You see 11 RBIs, two doubles, and that home run earlier on in the season. He has been everything a leadoff guy has been needed for this Red Sox team.
Pitch here from Roberts, fouled back by Samard again. So he falls behind 1 and 2. Couple good swings though out of the shortstop tonight. Roberts looking to set him down here. 1-2 pitch. A little bit lower, sorry, we're inside, says Derek Sada.
Yeah,
good eye there by Samard to take that one to even the count to 2-2. Given the sign is Panks. Now the delivery. This one, chop foul towards the Berries dugout.
You can see early here, Roberts, at least in this first batter, trying to work that off speed. Nearly got strike 3 on the slider, kind of coming in. There we see the change of that Samard just a little early on.
Samard has struck out 8 times so far this season, but Roberts yet to record 1. This one low and in the dirt. That fills the count.
That's kind of been a weakness for this whole Regina team. They've struck out 80 times to walking only 39 times as a team. You'd like to see them be a little more patient, take a little more balls, as we see there from Samar, the leadoff guy, bringing it to a full count. This is exactly what Regina need.
Payoff pitch in the dirt, and Samard works the leadoff walk to get things going for Regina this evening.
Yeah, that's only his 5th of the season, but that is a great at-bat from Samard. Going down early, laying off the slider, laying that one, looked inside, just kind of fell out of the glove of the catcher Panks, but a really good first at-bat, leading off to and Samard does have speed at first, so that's something that Roberts, who hasn't gotten out of the 4th inning, is going to have to think about.
That brings Mason Tafoya to the plate. 2 for 5 on Sunday against Swift Current. First pitch swing and chop towards the Berries dugout. Again, Regina's supposed to play both Tuesday and Wednesday night. But instead, they've now had 4 days off since, well, 4 nights off since that game Sunday against Swift Current. This one hit up the middle. That's going to get through. They'll play station to station. Samard holds up at second. And Regina out to a quick start with 2 runners on to start this ball game.
Still kind of going off speed here to start the game is the pitcher Roberts. That one a little bit more of a fastball towards the inner part of the plate. Tafoya times it well. It was early on the first pitch, fouling it off, but this one he gets a really good piece of. Samard realizes that one too shallow in center to think about stretching it to third. Ends up putting up a good batter here with Will Toger with 2 on.
Toger 3rd on the team in RBIs. Currently this season, he does have 1 home run. Big swing there to no avail for strike 1. Regina's win on Sunday, breaking a 4-game losing streak, one which included 2 losses to the Saskatoon Berries. That one inside, little low. So over the first baseman.
And the biggest thing about that win against Swift Current, it was so consistent throughout. It wasn't a late comeback like they've had in this season or an early spark that just dies out. It was consistent throughout.
Good game to build off is what you're saying, Elliot.
Yep.
Maybe one of the best, maybe all-around ball games Regina has kind of put together. Again, early in the season, this only game 10 of 56. But these games against divisional opponents, so important. This one low and inside as Toger works the count now to 3-1. Again, Roberts yet to record an out here.
Yeah, he is really struggling to hit the strike zone. Yeah, and that
it
first
feels
start,
like the pitches that are in the strike zone have been over the plate.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here. 3-1 that he doesn't hang one.
This one fouled off the foot of Toger, so the count full. No outs. Don't expect the runners to be moving on this pitch here. Doesn't seem like that kind of situation here early in a ball game. Toger, 2 walks to 11 strikeouts through his first 9 games. Pitch. This one popped. Out of play. This is game 11 for Saskatoon. They're 8-2 on the year. Currently 2.5 games up on second place Moose Jaw. Payoff pitch. This one up the middle, but it's in. Oh, he drops it. That's going to allow 1. Oh, in the play at third. Had to be a tag, but Samard in there. They had to hold up, so it is Tafoya out at second on what will be now a fielder's choice. It's Samard diving in.
Yeah, that is poor from Laird. The Saskatoon team, they do commit a lot of errors in games. That was really poor out of Laird. Not sure if he was thinking about double play the whole way, but that is an easy catch. Step on second. Maybe even have time to throw back to first to get all three, but that is a real break for Regina to bring up a dangerous hitter.
Pitch called a strike to Brady Buys. He starts it off 0-1. Call that an error, fellas? Call that an error? Yeah. They are charging the error to Nathan Houston over at second base. Runner goes. Wow. Roberts wasn't even looking. Toger was halfway to second base by the time Roberts even turned to look at him.
Yeah, when the shortstop Houston had to come over to cover the throw down, he had no play on the runner Toger, because he had to watch down at Samard, who also has some pretty good wheels. Didn't want to concede that first run.
Spy fouls this one back to the screen. 0-2 the count.
Designated hitter number 20, Carson Cox.
Up against his college teammate in Owen Roberts. Both of them playing for the Indiana State Sycamores, as Cox fouls this one off. Cox just 0 for 1. He had just one game played for the Sycamores this collegiate season. And the first thing I noticed when he was standing on the baseline for the anthem is he is a big man. Got some good size. A sophomore. I believe he's a sophomore. Maybe I'm incorrect on that. Two-one pitch here from Roberts. This one towards the third baseman. Picking it up is Cody. And he throws out Cox for out number 3. But Regina draws first blood here in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0 as we head to the top of the second. Saskatoon looking to claw even when we return here on Flow Sports. Back here at Curry Field in Regina, Saskatchewan on a Thursday night rivalry matchup between the Saskatoon Berries and Regina Red Sox. Regina 0-2 a 1-0 lead here early. Elliot, what are you looking for out of this Regina club to kind of continue the momentum that they started building on Sunday with that win?
To be honest, I'm looking at the newcomers, Carson Cox and Daniel Castellanos, coming in, both playing. They both do play catcher / DH. So it'll be interesting to see kind of the same archetype, the same kind of role that they're going to play. Obviously, Castellanos a little bit more experienced, both collegiately and with the Red Sox. Meanwhile, Cox, a newcomer in this regard, only played the one game in his collegiate year. I'm looking to them to maybe give a bit more of a spark, both from the backstop and that DH spot, with Bai playing every day from the cleanup spot at third.
Panks hits one up the middle. Samar knocks it down, but the throw not in time. That one was a absolute bullet to the shortstop, and Panks even able to beat it out.
Yeah, that was a tight one-hopper. Usually shortstops here at Curry, they get a little bit confused and a little bit misread when that hits off the infield grass. That was straight to him on a one-hopper. Smart does well to keep it in front of him and make it a close play over at first, but that's just really good hustle from a catcher, Gavin Panks, who runs pretty decently. That'll be the first hit of the ball game for the Berries.
That brings Josh Henson to the plate. Takes a first pitch strike right down the middle from Schumacher, who needed just 10 pitches to get through the first inning. In contrast, his counterpart on the mound for Saskatoon, Owen Roberts, needed 25. This one hit hard into the left center gap. Tafoya not going to get there, as that one gets over the wall for a home run. The wind blowing out there towards left center just kept carrying and carrying, and Saskatoon's on the board, and now they have the lead.
Yeah, that one didn't look like it was going to go out initially. That one got a lot of air under it. As you said, the wind just took it and took it. Henson's going to get home run number 2 on the season, and RBI number 7 and 8. That one high in the zone. He had to reach for it. Ends up getting under it, gets some good contact. The wind originally wasn't blowing to start this game, now blowing right to where that ball ends up landing, and it's a good play for the Berries. Good start for them after a pretty lackadaisical first inning.
Schumacher now, bases cleared for him. First pitch swinging is Brock Laird as he fouls this one over our heads behind home plate. Laird tonight, coming into tonight, 9 for 36, 250 average, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run with 7 batted in. Swing and a miss here as he falls behind 0-2 on the foul tip.
Yeah, this is something Joe Carnahan did last year, where he puts some of his better hitters kind of towards the bottom of the lineup. He really spread it out. When they had Carter back, he'd sometimes be hitting 5th, sometimes hitting 4th. They'd really mix things around, make it really hard for the opponents to kind of bullpen plan around that.
0-2 pitch just misses as Laird attempts to fight back into this at-bat. Count now 1-2. Pitch here from Schumacher. Doesn't draw a swing, and Laird works the count even.
It's a good pitch to try after missing the fastball away, trying to go slider away. Give him something to look at in Laird. And the strikeout to walk.
This one hit towards the shortstop Samard again. This time he gets the throw in time. Out number 1.
Laird feels that one's a little bit more cleanly, a lot softer as that one hits the grass. And a big first out here for Regina.
Schumacher impressive with Edgewood University, the senior out of Chandler, Arizona. 11 games, 10 starts, 4 complete games with a 6-3 record. 3.58 ERA in 75 1/3 innings pitched. Schumacher feels like a guy who Ryan Pathakos could be relying upon all season long. Work deep into ball games, just hasn't maybe had the opportunity.
complete games in colleges is kind of what Thakos might be thinking of if he wants them to eat some innings here early on in the season. But as you said, yeah, he hasn't had the cleanest of outings.
Aguirre hits this one towards Brady By at third base. The throw in time. Out number 2 after the home run. 2 straight batters set down by Schumacher.
Yeah, he's kind of burning through this lineup. Even though he did give up, like you said, that home run and those 2 runs, he's retired the last 2. He's done a really good job so far in this game. If he can kind of keep this going, get through this lineup, not give these Saskatoon Berries hitters too much to see. Which they're really good at. They're really good at fouling off pitches. They're really good at making these at-bats longer. And if he can avoid that, he can have himself a pretty long night.
As Nick Cody comes to the plate, let's take a quick look at that Regina defensive alignment. Behind the plate is Daniel. Base is Will Toger. Second base is Alex Rue. Over at third is Brady By, and the shortstop hole is Justin Simard. Left to right, Chance Deskalchuk, Mason Tafoya, Rain Kreklowitz. 1-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Kevin Manzik down the first base line. So Schumacher works ahead, 1-2 the count to Cody. Right down the middle. Nice slider. As Schumacher gives up the 2-run shot, Berries take the lead, but then he sets down the next 3 to limit the damage there. Saskatoon holds the lead. Bottom of the second when we return here on Flow Sports.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archive game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Catcher number 3, Daniel Castellano.
Welcome back here, bottom of the second inning. Daniel Castellanos leads things off. A returning guy from that 2025 WCBL championship team is Castellanos, coming off a senior season at West Texas A&M. This one low. Was very valuable down the stretch. 12 games, had 9 hits, 243 average, drove in 4 runs, including a home run which he hit here at Curry Field towards left field, which we've already seen tonight. Ball's carrying out to that part of the ballpark. Takes one inside as he gets ahead 2-1. Owen Roberts comes back to the mound with a 2-1 lead as Castellanos fouls that one off to even the count at 2-2. Roberts here looking for a shutdown inning after his bats got on the board. 2-2 pitch to the senior catcher, low and in the dirt, fills the count at 3-2. Castellanos coming off a season where he had 46 hits in 48 games with West Texas A&M. 288 average, and he works the walk to lead off the second. Regina did that in the top of the first inning, and they were able to score a run because of it a little bit later. Leadoff walks could be so dangerous to a team.
And especially in a series as close as Saskatoon and Regina has been.
Deskalchuk shows bunt. This is perfect.
Beautiful.
He's gonna get the base hit. Could not have put that in a better position, did Chance Deskalchuk.
Yeah, he reads this one so well. Leans into it, gets a good running start, pulls the bat back right at the last second, so that is just going to stop like a cue ball when you're playing pool. Rolls right through that grass, so it's going to get a little bit more friction on it. So Red Sox, an easy first couple of batters here off a beautiful bunt.
And just as they did in the top of the first, or the bottom of the first inning rather, called strike here, but to Rain Kreklowitz, leadoff walk and then a base hit. Although they've done it in slightly different ways than they did in the first inning. Kreklowitz looking to improve on a slow start so far this season. 5 hits in 8 games, a 187 average. He has walked 3 times, and he's driven in 2 runs, but he's also struck out 9 times, just 267 on the OBP, and he hasn't had an extra base hit yet. Pitch here, low and away, moves the count to 2-1. What do you want to see here out of Roberts, as he's now thrown 35 pitches, 16 balls, 19 strikes, by the way.
Well, 2-1, Kreklowitz, the guy who swings and misses a lot of stuff. This is something you can throw off speed up, but you got to make it look good. So you see exactly that, but it's on the edge of the plate. If I'm the starter Roberts, I want that a little bit more off. I don't want him having any chance at that. Now here 2-2, I wouldn't mind something over the plate, maybe fastball upper part of the zone or a little bit in.
Long look back by Roberts towards Castellanos at second. Roller here to the shortstop. No double play though. They get one on the fielder's choice, and now there's runners on first and third for the number 9 hitter Alex Rue after the fielder's choice.
Yeah, Rue playing his 11th game here tonight. He had a tied for the team lead with 10 coming into today, being used off the bench in a couple of contests. Yeah, he's been a good addition to this Regina team, a 9-hitter, but he's extremely scrappy and plays good defense.
Can kind of hit up and down the lineup. Runner goes, ball's in the dirt, no throw out of the catcher Gavin Panks. Another stolen base, second of the season for Kreklowitz.
Yeah, he stole one against Swift Current, as did Regina. 9 stolen bases in that game. 2 from Bai, 2 from Mason Tafoya, and 2 from Jake Fowler. This Regina team, they have been aggressive.
This one hit over the shortstop's head. That's going to score 1. They're going to wave Kreklowitz around second as well. 2 RBI single for Alex Rue, and Regina takes the lead right back.
And now Roberts, he's kind of overcompensating. He wasn't able to hit the strike zone earlier. Now he's just kind of hanging something over the plate. Fastball right down middle. Rue times it beautifully, able to pull it over the shortstop. Bit of a bobble out and left by Stinson, so no chance to get the speedy Kreklowitz coming around.
What a ball game we have brewing here early. Back and forth in this heavyweight bout. Regina throws a left, then Saskatoon with the combo right-left in the top half of this inning, and Regina right back with the uppercut to retake the lead.
Yeah, that'll be RBI 5 and 6 for Rue.
First pitch to Samard, called strike, as Roberts continues to battle. Worked just 2 1/3 against Busha on his first start. Gave up 2 runs. And now has given up 3, and he's gotten just 4 outs. Swinging strike here by Simard at the pitch in the dirt. Simard batting .359. 3 extra base hits. Throw over has Rue diving back in. No tag attempt by Henson there over at first. Quick look from Roberts over to first base, but he comes to home plate. This one hit into the right center gap. Chasing after it is Ethan Murdoch. He'll make the grab. Rue retreats back to first. Alignment behind the plate is Gavin Panks with Owen Roberts, the battery. Over at first base is Josh Henson. Nathan Houston at second base. Nick Cody is at third. Brock Laird in the shortstop hole. Nick Stenson, Nash Nichols, Ethan Murdoch. The outfield left to right for Joe Carnahan. Runner goes, ball's in the dirt. Panks unable to get a handle on it, so a stolen base from Alex Rue, and it seems like Regina running here early. They have already got 3 stolen bases here tonight.
Yeah, that's stolen base number 3 for Rue on the season. This Regina team has just changed their base running philosophy.
This one popped foul out of play. Left side as kids go chasing after it. Roberts here was looking for a shutdown inning, but instead Regina has retaken the lead. This one grounded foul. Nice little play by the third base coach for Regina.
Everybody clap your hands.
Who is down the? Is Cobb down the third baseline?
I think it is.
They don't tell us. Regardless, 1-2 pitch. Tafoya takes it, evens the count at 2-2. Tafoya already with a base hit tonight. Went 2 for 5 on Sunday with a double and stole 2 bases. 265 on the year. 7 for 8 on the base pads as he fouls this one off. Regina really making Roberts work here early in this ball game.
Yeah, already up to 47 pitches. He threw 46 and 2 1/3 last night. He's past that, or it's not even that mark.
This one fouled off. To Rue at second, got a pretty good jump.
Yeah, and I do like the call. I'm not sure if that was a call or if that was Rue running on 2-2, 2 out. Either way, a smart call from Regina to get the hit and run going.
Do you need to see something different from Roberts to maybe control the run game a little differently? Because they're kind of running wild on him right now.
Well, he is taking not much time to throw the ball, so that's given Regina runners a lot of confidence, especially when they're not looking back at second as much as maybe they should. It's usually that 2 looks that will hold a runner. We see the 1 and no second.
This one inside has Tafoya turning out of the way, and the count now full here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And Roberts is about to throw his 50th pitch of this ball game already.
And 9th pitch of the at-bat.
3-2 pitch. Check swing. Called a strike by Derek Sada. Down goes Tafoya. He definitely didn't go around, I don't believe.
I think they called that one, yeah.
Quick look at the replay on the strikeout.
No, he didn't go.
Nonetheless, out number 3. Red Sox retake the lead. It's 3-2 as Saskatoon comes to bat in the top of the 3rd inning.
Sections A and B, it's the Casino Regina
Our game continues to roll around. First pitch of the top of the third inning, a called strike to Nash Nichols. The lineup will turn over for Saskatoon. 9-1-2 the do-up as Nichols lays down a bunt into the grass. By throws it, but not in time, as a little bit of small ball by both teams here early in this ball game.
Yeah, that one just as good as the one Deskalchuk put down. Same side from Nichols, also a righty. Leans into it, pulls the bat right back to make that ball just stop on the grass. By charging in, had no play on it. He was playing decently in, or not too deep, I should say, but still really no chance for a third baseman with a good arm like By.
Saskatoon was to play last night at home against Medicine Hat. That game also rain canceled, just like Regina's was. But they are working on 3 straight wins currently. Their last time out was a 6-1 win versus Medicine Hat on Tuesday. Throw over to first has Nichols diving back in. He was safe though. Caught the hand in there.
So I guess with that, this kind of run outburst by both teams, not unexpected for safe.
These Berries last year set a WCBL single season record with 46 wins. Swing and a miss here to Houston, the leadoff batter tonight. Went 46-9. Now, if you look at their season so far through 10 games, they're on pace for 44 wins this year, which would have, if they didn't have 46 wins last year, would have tied the record. Sylvan Lake setting that 2 years ago. Pitch inside, throw to second. Absolute bullet by Daniel Castellanos, as there's that arm behind the plate Regina is used to.
Yeah, that's something that they've really been looking for. Catcher's kind of been an area where they'd like to have seen improvement, and Castellanos, at least defensively, see throw right on the gun. Rue barely had to move. That'll bring some energy into Regina and make Saskatoon think twice about nabbing another bag as this game goes on.
So now a 1-2 count to Nathan Houston. This one fouled back. No runners on. Schumacher working quite efficiently, just 32 pitches to this point. This one into fair territory. Now, Castellanos' talking with Sada saying that this might have hit off of Houston's foot before going into fair territory, but no call made. And so a soft single for Houston. Swinging bunt, really.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is with that little patch of grass, third base side, right in front of home plate. But there, we have seen 3 base hits just stop in that spot. And that might have taken it off the plate rather than the foot, as you were saying.
Right. Another pickoff attempt over at Houston. Diving back in time. As the clouds darken up the ballpark a little bit. The wind picks up. Again, no rain in the forecast, thankfully, this evening. I guess anything's possible.
Unfortunately, you're right. There were reports earlier today of there being rain, but nothing at this point.
There was rain today in parts of the city. This one outside as Stinson gets ahead 2-0. Even on Tuesday night there. Didn't look like the rain was gonna make its way over to the ballpark. It just kept coming, and man, did it hit hard. This one low and into Stinson as he works ahead 3-0. Stinson went 1 for 4 on Tuesday night in that win over Medicine Hat. 14 for 38 here in 9 games, 368 average, 3 doubles on the season. And he's driven in 10 runs, 4 for 5 stolen base attempts. Schumacher, 3-0 count. Inside, works the walk, does Stinson, to put a runner in scoring position, and 2 on for Saskatoon as they try to work even once again.
And this is the way they kind of do it. They lay down the bunt, they try to steal a base, they get a swinging bunt there, they got to walk. Saskatoon, you know, they hit a lot of home runs, 8 so far on the season, but they walk a lot, they steal a lot of bases. They're 28 for 32 on the season. They've only been caught 4 times nabbing a base. That makes it 5 earlier in this game, but they're such a fundamental team with such talent really throughout the top of the order and throughout the order.
Schumacher trying to pitch away to Ethan Murdoch for good reason as well. Doesn't get the call, so 5 straight balls thrown here by Schumacher. Pitch here doesn't get the call out of Derek Sada for ball number 2.
Man, we see that fundamental baseball at Saskatoon sets this guy up, Ethan Murdoch. What a start to the year he's had. 1,200 OPS, 21 hits, leads the team, 12 RBIs, leads the team. This is the guy you want up in this scenario if you're the Berries.
And he is in the top 10 in RBIs. There's a better pitch out of Schumacher's. Murdoch takes all the way. A little bit of breaking ball as well from Schumacher to get back in the count. Quick look back at Houston at second. Now to the plate, grounded towards Bai. Bai's going to take it to third. The throw over to first is a little late. Good stretch by Toger, just not enough. So fielder's choice, but also a great little play there by Brady Bai at third.
Yeah, that's smart from a guy who's playing his first full calendar year at third base, recognizing the force, recognizing that the runner from first, Stinson, had an easy play towards second, so that play was off. Trying to get the play over. This still keeps the forces in his bag as the sky continues to get darker. Wonder when there's going to turn these lights on.
Delay here is the home plate umpires calling for the lights to turn on in the ballpark. That's what he's hoping to get.
I don't think the controls are up here in this booth, at least, that he's looking back towards.
The lights to be on. Schumacher's going to step off here. And the first time this battery has worked together this year. Pitch here from Schumacher, low and in the dirt, gets away from. On the wild pitch.
To advance to 90 feet.
2 runners in scoring position now for Gavin Panks. 1 for 1 with a single is Panks. He's also hit a home run this year. 9 runs driven in, called strike. Panks has had a nice little run here the last few games. He's also had a hit in all 8 games he's appeared in this year. And now you can make that 9 as the lights do start to turn on and the fans give a little bit of a courtesy clap. It'll take a couple minutes to warm up though. They're gonna take a quick little break here. They are gonna let the lights turn on, I believe, here.
Yeah, and this is smart for just player safety and the game as a whole. See that wild pitch, we could see that off-speed pitch that just broke in on Panks. He had no idea of the spin on it. So we'll wait a couple minutes for these to turn on. It's not usual that in the summer, at least 7:30, you're turning the lights on, but here we are.
That is true. Not here, at least. Saskatoon, it's even later. You can get to 10 o'clock in the middle of the summer without needing the lights. this delay, let's take a quick look at that out-of-town scoreboard across the Western Canadian Baseball League this evening. 4 games in action as the Moose Jaw Miller Express and Weyburn Beavers. Weyburn, man, tough go of it this week. They were supposed to play 3 games, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All 3 games postponed due to rain. They were to host the Moose Jaw Miller Express, but they canceled that one. Oh, game rolling back here. Castellanos gives the sign to Schumacher. 2-1 is the count, 2 outs. Fouled. Sorry. Swinging strike by Panks. Energy City and Medicine Hat locked in a 0-0 tie, top of the second. That one just getting started. Lethbridge in Fort McMurray, top of the 3rd inning. Lethbridge leading 3-1 over the Giants. And in Brooks, the Bombers currently lead the Gulls 2-1. Bottom of the 1st. What a pitch there by Aidan Schumacher to get Panks swinging. Saskatoon leaves 2 runners in scoring position, and Regina able to hold the lead. Score remains 3-2 when we return on Flow Sports. Third inning here. Regina still out in a 3-2 lead. They'll bring the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, the meat of this lineup, to the plate. First pitch swinging is Toger into left field. Unable to read it is Stinson as that one dribbles up against the wall. And Toger will strut into second base with a leadoff double. And for a 3rd straight inning, Regina has the leadoff batter on.
Well, that was the same kind of wind pattern that lifted Josh Henson's home run deep to left. That went to a crazy bounce off the wall, well read by Stinson, and Toger easily into second with a stand-up double off that fastball that just kind of hung over the plate.
Brady Bye cleanup tonight, the 3rd baseman. He leads the league in homers, but he hasn't had a home run in 4 games. He has 4 home runs this season. 0 for 1 already on the night is Bye. Takes a ball, gets away from Panks, but not far enough for Toger to advance. Bye hitting .410 here early on the year.
Yeah, OPS above 1,200. Highly aided by, obviously, his 4 home runs, but it's been the spark where Regina need it.
Hard hit towards the right side. Quick little bounce to Houston. By with 2 groundouts, but he's been able to drive a run in and advance a runner each time. That one for out number 1 here in the 3rd. But productive out of the cleanup hitter. Nice little team guy is by, so this one popped, and it's gonna drop into the glove of Houston, and Toger will have to stay at 3rd on the soft pop-up.
That's unfortunate for Cox. Just kind of got under that one. Breaking ball. Again, kind of was all over the plate. A little bit higher than maybe Roberts wanted it, a little bit higher than Cox was expecting. Not a lot under it, and an easy play for the second baseman, Houston.
So Castellanos steps in, drew a walk first plate appearance tonight. This one inside from Roberts has the Red Sox catcher dancing out of the way. Roberts with the leadoff double, but has had 2 quick outs since that base hit. This one hit to the right side also. Houston gets there, but he dribbles it, and Castellanos takes advantage. Saskatoon probably should have been out of the inning there, but instead Regina puts a run up on the board.
Castellanos a little bit late on that one, pushes it a little bit farther. Houston played farther back for the shift. So unlike the last play, had to come out and shade more to his left. Trying to bring that ball up off the grass a little bit tougher as we get a meeting on the mound. I believe this is Joe Carnahan coming up to talk to his starter.
It is. There was action in the Berries bullpen going on. They are charging the error to Nathan Houston, rightfully so. The 22nd error which the Saskatoon Berries has committed. Kind of unfortunate there for Owen Roberts, who thought he was out of this inning. Instead, he's given up a 4th run, 3 of them earned. And a new pitcher into the ballgame for Saskatoon. Adam Corte is into the ball game. Former Swift Current 57.
Yeah, Corte 8 2/3 innings already this season. A 2-0 record. He's only allowed 6 hits and 1 run. Struck out 8, walked 1, so this, and a 1.04 ERA. This very well could have been an opener situation for the Berries as they bring in Corte, who's just been fantastic to start the season. As you mentioned, former Swift Current 57.
Played 2 seasons in Swift Current, did Cordy, where he made 28 appearances, including 23 starts. Has worked 129 innings over those 2 years with an ERA of 5.3. And he does have 97 career strikeouts. I don't know how many strikeouts he has this year.
8.
8, so he's got more than 100 strikeouts in this league. It's odd, it's quite uncommon for, guys to spend a year, and even more rare for 2 years with a team, and then decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to go to a different team instead following that.
Yeah, the Berries have a couple of guys, Corte, Nathan Houston as well. He's a guy who played a lot of his career with Moose Jaw before moving last year to Saskatoon. This year his 2nd season with the Bridge City. And in Corte's last appearance, kind of to wrap up this thought, was on the 4th against the Miller Express, 4 2/3, 3 hits. His only run of the season was in that game. Only struck out 2 in 64 pitches.
First pitch. That one is into center field. It's going to drop. Play over at 3rd, sliding in. is Castellanos. Hit and run was on for Deskalchuk, and he's got another hit. And there's runners on the corners.
Yeah, good evening tonight for the kid Deskalchuk. That one just kind of looped into center. Really heads up from Castellanos, reading that one on the bounce. Great throw in from Nichols, though. That one nearly cut off. There was a play at third there for sure for the Berries, but Red Sox runners on the corners here, still threatening, looking to take this advantage a little bit higher. And we're seeing again, at least to start this game, a lot more of a consistent showing from this Red Sox offense.
Looking to be aggressive again, as running was Deskalchuk on that pitch. Kreklowitz with the swing fouled it back. They are running early and often on these Saskatoon pitchers. Thought maybe it was something that they had on Roberts, but no, they're running on Cordy too. Let's see if Deskalchuk goes here. He doesn't. And swing and a miss from Kreklowitz at the plate.
Well, Saskatoon catchers, they've only caught 3 batters stealing this season, and they've allowed 9 thus far on the year. So Red Sox apparently like those odds. They've been running well to start the year regardless.
0-2 pitch to Kreklowitz. Another swing.
That one a little bit more obvious with 0-2.
Cordy's gonna try and do it again. 0-2 the count. There is 2 outs, so he's 1 pitch from getting out of this inning. This one up the middle, over the head of Laird. That's gonna bring Castellanos across to score, and Regina puts another one on the board. It's now 5-2.
RBI number 3 for Kerklowitz, and the guy the Red Sox wanted to get going entered with a 185 average. Ends up getting his base hit, stolen a base, scored a run. He has had a pretty good game here today. Deskalchuk and Kerklowitz, they batted side by side throughout the start of the season. And there you're seeing the fruitions of that labor.
Number 9 hitter Alex Rue back up 1 for 1 with a single as the bottom of this order. Strong start to this ball game. They are already the bottom 3 batters 4 for 5, and each one has reached base. Kreklowitz already did on a fielder's choice. Now a hit. Deskalchuk has 2 hits, and Rue hoping to keep it going here 1 for 1. I think if Regina wants to kind of start putting wins together, go on a little bit of a streak, it's the bottom of the order where they're going to need some production from.
Now, they already know they can get it from guys like Samard and Bai. But if they can get it from Toger, if they can get it from Kerklowitz, from these new additions, Castellanos, we still don't know where he's going to bat on a nightly basis. But yeah, that is going to be a very important spot for them as they kind of solidify how this lineup will look throughout 2026.
1-2 the count. Cordy to Rue. Both runners go. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Adam Cordy as he strands 2 runners. But the Red Sox grow their lead. It is now 3 through the first third here at Curry Field in Regina. We'll be back, Saskatoon, hoping to climb back in this ballgame when we return on Flow Sports.
Fourth inning, getting set to get underway.
As we welcome you back for the top of the fourth inning, we take a quick second to remind you, if you're looking for the highlights of this game or any game across the Western Canadian Baseball League, head to the WCBL YouTube page. Find all your WCBL content there for free, including game setups each day and breakdowns each evening, along with full game replays on demand. They're usually posted a couple days after. Donovan Mace alongside Elliot Wagner here, Curry Field in Regina, Saskatchewan, the capital city. 5-2 ball game between the Regina Red Sox and Saskatoon Berries. Third meeting between these two teams. Saskatoon leads the season series to this point 2-0. They'll play 10 times this year. And what has become the WCBL's newest rivalry, these two teams. Saskatoon's kind of had their number, though, over at least the past two seasons. Their first year was 2024. Regina took advantage of the new ball club, but since then, Saskatoon has kind of dominated this matchup.
They've been a real quick start, at least as an expansion franchise goes for the WCBL. Whether it's the players, the coaching staff, the community, they have just found it all in record time.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss by Henson. Another strikeout on the night. Fourth for Aiden Schumacher, as he's had a good start so far.
Yeah, he's put almost every single Saskatoon batter away. There he gets Henson, who just homered off of him, able to shake that one right off and get a second straight K going back to the last inning.
At least early in this ballgame, really just the one blip where, yes, he's had given up a couple hits, but he was able to strand two runners on last inning. But other than that, first two batters in the second inning, he's been real solid. Great pitch there to Brock Laird.
And if you're Saskatoon now, I think the approach kind of changes. You're wanting to see a couple more pitches. There we see a strikeout, but on a full count, you're wanting to get a little bit more out of Shoemaker. For the second time through the order, it's going to be Saskatoon to get some runners here, as they call that a strike in the outer park.
Called strike on the bender. Looked like a good take nonetheless from Laird, just unfortunate that it catches the zone. I don't think he really does much damage if he does make contact with that pitch. 0-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. In fact, 3 in a row from Schumacher going back to the last inning.
Yeah, this is what Schumacher needs. Similar to how Saskatoon need base runners here in the second way through. If Schumacher can get relatively clean on the second time up and down the order, can hand this bullpen a pretty decent game here with a 3-run advantage, should this score stay the way it is. As he heads into a righty-lefty matchup, we'll see how he approaches.
That's cool enough. He doesn't need to get the fans going. Aguirre shows bunt, but he went through it. Doesn't make contact for strike number 1.
Has he thrown a ball this inning? That's how his coach plays. I don't think so. Yeah, he threw 3 in the first one.
0-1 pitch. Fouled back.
That's 5 straight strikes out of Shoemaker, or excuse me, 6. Going back to the first batter, sorry.
Aguirre last played on Sunday against Weyburn, went 2 for 5 with a double and drove in 5 runs. He's appeared in just 2 games this year. He is 4 for 9 on the season. 0 for 1 tonight, so 4 for 10 now. 400 average. For, I guess he's the DH this evening. 1-2 pitch to Aguirre coming from Schumacher. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Popped, fair territory. This one might drop. It's going to fall into no man's land out there in front of the left fielder, Deskalchuk. Just found some green on the soft pop-up.
That's a tough one to give up, as Aguirre kind of goes the other way. This one just off the end of the bat. It's away. Just takes a hack at it, and the wind kind of carries it a little bit by. Had no play. Samard did get a read on it. Deskalchuk couldn't get in quick enough. It falls between that little triangle, and
kind of an excuse me single.
Yep.
So that will bring Nick Cody to the plate. Cody, 0 for 1. Was called out on strikes first plate appearance back on Sunday against Weyburn. Went 1 for 4 with a walk. Again, also has appeared in just 2 games prior to tonight. 2 for 7 on the year. 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
Everybody clap your hands.
Schumacher was kind of rolling that base hit. Kind of changes the complexion of this inning a little bit as he's now thrown back-to-back balls to Cody. That one in there for strike number 1. Quick peek over at Aguirre, leading off of first. Now the delivery to the plate in the dirt. Good block by Castellanos back there. Number 9 hitter Nash Nichols is waiting on deck for if he gets an opportunity. The count's 3-1. High and away, says Derek Sada, and Cody works the 2-out walk to put a runner in scoring position. 2 runners on for Nash Nichols.
Yeah, Shoemaker wanted the corner of that, but I don't think he got it. And that's a tough one to give out to Cody, but force play at any base makes it easy for your defense. They'll play a little bit more towards the shift to the 9 hitter. Got that bunt hit last time. You can't play off of that here.
Pitch right down the middle to Nichols. If you remember the first matchup between these 2 teams here at Curry Field a couple weeks ago, Nash Nichols is the number 9 hitter, hit a grand slam in a similar situation where Saskatoon had just given up the lead, and then Regina allowed the bases to get loaded, and Nash Nichols launched one to left field into the wind. So he's shown off the power if he can square one up. And that is his lone home run so far this season. He's had he has 3 home runs. I apologize. Sorry, Nash. Called strike there, and he's driven in 11 runs. So out of the 9 hole has been a guy which has just lengthened out this lineup.
Yeah, again, we see kind of the hard hitters more sprinkled out as opposed towards top of the order, as it traditionally is. 11 RBIs at the 9 spot. Get stolen bases towards the end of the order. Really creative way that Joe Carnahan sets up his team.
1-2 pitch, low and away. Castellanos kind of loses it, and that allows both runners to advance. Wild pitcher pass ball there, Harry. Here's a wild pitch. The count is 2-2, 2 outs, 2 runners now in scoring position for Saskatoon, who are down 3 runs in the 4th inning. This one swing and a miss. 2 runners get on, but Schumacher, all 3 outs coming via the strikeout as he fans them all and keeps a 3-run lead. We'll return here on Flow Sports, bottom of the 4th, after the break. It's not raining.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archive game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus a WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Back here, bottom of the fourth inning, Regina with a 3-run lead. They'll bring the top of the order to the plate this half. Second pitch swinging. Samard pops this one into the air in right field. Under it is Murdoch for out number 1. Little can of corn out to right field by the leadoff hitter Samard. He's now 0 for 2 on the night with 2 flyouts out to right. He's been using all parts of the field. He's actually been going oppo quite a bit. Even his grand slam home run in game number 1 of this year was to the opposite field. Sorry, home game number 1, game number 3 in the season. Tafoya shows bunt, pat into foul territory and into the seats. Haven't actually seen him pull the ball very much. He does have a couple base hits pulled, but
yeah, it's definitely more pull sensitive for sure, reaching out towards the outer part of the plate.
I think he knows as a right-handed bat, right center field is far away. This one hit towards the shortstop into the glove of Brock Laird. Had to make a quick move over to his left. And it's 2 up, 2 down quickly.
Yeah, it's not a tough play, or that's not a, excuse me, that is a tough play. Not an easy one from the Saskatoon shortstop. Laird having to shade to his left. Hasn't had too much action come his way until that play. Really well done, able to record another quick out here for Corte. And it's kind of the same thing for Regina. If he can get through these last couple innings and limit the bullpen usage for the end of this game and hold Regina to 5, he knows his offense can come back around. The last game against Regina, them scoring 11. And these games, even though it's gone Saskatoon's way, have been notoriously close.
A 1 pitch here to Toger outside. In between innings, we saw a little bit of rain start to fall, but I'm looking up at the lights now. It looks like it's already stopped. Just a quick little misting here tonight at Curry Field. 1-1 pitch here to Toger from Cordy. This one grounded towards the third baseman. Fair ball. Cody the throw on a couple hops. Henson able to make the play quickly. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Red Sox here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Score remains 5-2. We'll be back after the break here on Flow Sports.
Hardy Souls, you strong Hardy Souls, thank you. Leading off the 5th inning, second baseman number 11.
Top of the order here for Saskatoon. First pitch swinging is Houston, and it gets past the shortstop, Justin Samard, for a leadoff hit. Second hit of the evening for Nate Houston.
Guy who gets on a lot. This will be an interesting kind of spot. We saw with the wind, we saw with the temperature. Now we're seeing it with the rain, kind of how these pitchers are going to adjust their grips and how they're going to kind of keep their control going throughout the rest of this inning.
Rain actually kind of picking up. Nothing that's not playable. It's a light rain. That one outside for ball number 1 to Nick Stinson. Stinson has reached base once. He struck out and walked. So while the rain consistent, I wouldn't say it's hard.
No, not yet, at least.
Throw over.
Although the wind is still blowing pretty hard out to left field.
The wind itself probably making the rain feel a little harder than it is. It's just that one high to Stinson. 2-0 now the count. So Schumacher, you can see him trying to dry his hand on his pants there.
Yeah, no rosin bag out there.
Pitch here, that one definitely got away from him, and it's 3-0, and we're gonna have.
They're gonna bring one out for him, a rosin bag.
A new rosin bag. Although throwing it onto the wet grass, I don't know how much that helps.
Probably not too much, but Shoemaker will appreciate it nonetheless. Last thing here, you want to give up 2 base runners here, none out. The conditions just seem to get a little bit worse.
So 3-0 the count to Nick Stinson. Stinson already has a walkout, and it was in his last plate appearance in the 3rd. We're in the top of the 5th in a 5-3 ball game. And that one gets away, a walk. And goes all the way to the screen. And here is where we get to play a little bit of weatherman. Because I can see on the horizon a little bit, it looks like it's going to clear up eventually. This will not be a long system, just a quick little delay here. So, yeah, according to the radar, just a light little sprinkle here going to continue. Another little mound visit here is a little delay.
Zane Paul's going to come out and talk to his starter, maybe give his bullpen a little bit of time to get warm. No one up yet as they just pull up a righty from the bench.
Yeah, so it looks like the rain here it has slowed already, so it looks like maybe we'll just get some off and on rain as the skies just briefly open up. Looking at the radar again, I'm not a weatherman, but I do sometimes play one on TV.
Yeah, you work with some, don't you?
I do work with people who are weather people, yes. Yeah, light little bit of rain here for about the next half hour, 45 minutes perhaps, and then it will clear out, but any of the rain that is falling won't be very hard. Again, it's already stopped. And a ball here to Ethan Murdoch. No outs here, so Saskatoon in a dangerous spot. Rue holding the runner on at second now. This one hit into the gap and past the shortstop. They're going to wave around Houston. He's going to come across to score. RBI single for Ethan Murdoch, and the Berries draw within 2.
Now, Samard Bai, that one kind of went their way. Might have been an easier play for Bai if he shades more to his right, but he went to cover the bag. Tougher bounce for Samard as that one hits the dirt, takes a high hop. No chance for him. And Saskatoon right back into this game after going scoreless the last few innings.
So the first 3 batters here for Saskatoon have reached. A single, a walk, and a RBI single for Saskatoon has allowed them to score. First run since the 2nd inning.
Now they have the left side of the infield kind of in with bye.
This one low and in as Panks takes. Panks had a leadoff single in the 2nd, and then was the other run which came across on Josh Henson's home run. And he's in an RBI spot here with a runner in scoring position. There's a called strike. Schumacher works back into the count. He was working quite efficiently through the first 3 innings, kind of struggled through the 4th after getting the first 2 batters via the strikeout, and now has allowed the first 3 runners to all reach base here. This one fouled by Panks. I can see some blue sky now over towards right field, so hopefully that means the rain is going to stay away the rest of this one. Count 1 and 2 to the catcher, Panks. Schumacher the pitch. Swing and a miss. What a pitch by Schumacher to get the first out of this inning.
Yeah, the last 5 outs have been by strikeout from Schumacher. The changeup there, really well done from the Regina starter. Now a double play in effect to the righty. That's the perfect pitch really to throw to the lefty.
7th strikeout of the night by Schumacher. And he's already to 17 now on the year. And he gets ahead of Henson here with a called strike. That one high and away as he had some zip on that fastball. That one loud into the glove of Castellanos.
Yeah, trying to get some chase here from Henson, who he just struck out swinging his last time up.
Henson's 1 for 2, 2-run homer in the 2nd. And as Elliot just mentioned, then he struck out to lead off the 4th. Went around. Strike number 2, says Derek Sada.
A little bit more break, almost looked like kind of a curveball. Not as much as the changeup as the last one, but a bit more break. See what he goes to here. No, not swinging on the high fastball. It does swing on the breaking ball. You don't want to go back to back, but if it's working, you might have to do it on this at bat.
Castellanos gives the sign. Quick look back at Stinson leading off his 2nd, and he got him looking. 8th punch out of the night by Aiden Schumacher.
And the 6th straight out. Yeah, 6 straight outs by strike. That is really well done for Schumacher, excuse me. Throws the changeup in and throws it out. Crisscross out of the Regina starter.
Little bit of movement in that Red Sox bullpen. There is an arm warming up. There's also a couple guys up and moving around on the Saskatoon side. This will be Schumacher's 85th pitch of the ball game here. Called strike to Brock Laird. Laird is 0 for 2. Laird is 3 for 6, or was 3 for 6 in the first 2 matchups against Regina this year. That included a double and 3 runs scored for the man who's at shortstop. Swing and a miss from Schumacher as he showing off the swing and miss stuff tonight.
Yeah, especially towards the end of this game, the velocity might have dipped a little bit with it getting a little bit colder, a little bit windier, but man, that off speed, that breaking pitch has been on point.
Castellanos gives the sign. Now the set from Schumacher, and an 0-2 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Pop foul by Laird and out of play. Schumacher hasn't been able to work more than 5 innings yet this year, so I have to wonder if this is his last inning indeed. Counts 0-2 still to Laird. Pitch low and in the dirt. Great block by Castellanos behind the plate.
Yeah, great block and even better take there from Laird. That is a tough one not to swing at. Looks like it's over the plate, just takes a hard right turn. Ends up keeping the bat on the shoulders. Now you do wonder if he's able to get Laird here. It's 7-8-9 for the 6th if you leave him out there for that, for the bottom of the order. But Red Sox just focusing at the task at hand.
1-2 now the count with 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. That one just high. As with the breaking ball, the pitch before, they were trying to set him up for that high and in fastball. What does he go with here? Back to that changeup, you think?
I think changeup away. Maybe, no, they'll set up away.
Here's the pitch. This one hit up the middle. That's going to get in front of Tafoya. They're going to hold up the runner at second, but Stinson is going to come across to score. And it's now 5-4 as Saskatoon not going away without a fight.
Well worked at bat there from Laird. Laird's off a couple good pitches, sees the changeup, waits on it, and is able to get the end of the bat on it, pushes it into center field. And just like that, it's a 1-run ball game. Man, these berries, they do not go away.
So the lefty, Eric Aguirre, comes in. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Hit a single his last plate appearance. He takes a first pitch strike this one. Ethan Murdoch's at second, and now Brock Laird at first after the RBI single. I mean, you mentioned it off the hop, Elliot. These teams have been close all year, despite Saskatoon winning both games. Both games have just been 1-run games. That one's a strike.
And I'll be honest,
Delayed swing there by Aguirre after the call.
Yeah, kind of froze him on that one. I would not be surprised if this is a within 2-run ball game by when it's all said and done.
Me neither. It's Schumacher 1 pitch away from getting through it. That one's high. Great take by Aguirre as well. So again, they try to work the low off speed to the high fastball.
Feels like Saskatoon, they're getting a little bit more wise to it. If Schumacher's going to get these guys out, it's going to be swing and miss.
Here's the delivery. In there, called strike 3. How about 9 strikeouts on the night for Aiden Schumacher? But the damage done by Saskatoon is 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 2 runners on. They draw within a run as we cross halfway here at Curry Field on a Thursday night. Stay with us. Plenty of baseball left on Flow Sports. Four, 5, 6 come to the plate for Regina. The due up this inning. Brady By, Carson Cox, Daniel Castellanos, but this has been the part of the lineup which hasn't really had much going so far tonight for the Red Sox. As By, first pitch swinging into the gap. That's going to get into center. He's going to round first. And out there, Nichols actually dropped the ball on this slide, so it's a double, leadoff double for By, and for the 4th time in 5 innings, Regina has had the leadoff batter on.
And my first pitch, that one down and away, able to get the end of the bat on it. That's poor fielding from Nichols, trying to slide and make a play. Realized that was going to be tough to keep in front of him standing up. Didn't want to field it off the wall with the speed of By. So Regina threatening again here. Not the start Corte would have wanted. And a balk.
A balk just got called. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and Corte knew it. He immediately pointed to himself. He knew he got it. And that is a huge 90 feet.
That is the 2nd balk we've seen here at Curry Field this season. Pitch in there, called a strike to Carson Cox. I was just going to say, Brady By now with hits in 8 of the 9 games this year. As his average at over 390. We got a ball which has come in from the bullpen here. Still trying to figure out who's working out in that Red Sox bullpen, as Cannon Henslerling, it appears, out there. He was supposed to be the starter on Tuesday night. That one in there for strike number 2 to Cox. Cox has grounded out to the 3rd baseman and popped up to 2nd base. The infield now drawing in for Joe Carnahan in the 0-2 count. Pitch outside, Cox lays off. Cox just needs to kind of lay one into the shallow outfield now and would be able to get an RBI in his first hit as a Red Sox, perhaps.
The outfield playing shifted towards the pole.
That one inside as Cordy went to the bender. Started on, or went to start it on the hip, but kind of started it on the backside instead and didn't break enough. 2-2 pitch now, high and away. As Cox, down 0-2, works the count all the way back to full.
And all those pitches were pretty high up in the zone. Corte, he's not wanting to let anything kind of low for Cox to lift into the outfield and bring that run around. He wants him to get under it, or excuse me, get on top of this.
3-2 pitch. That one into the glove of Henson. Tough luck so far to start his Red Sox career.
Similar to his last at-bat where that one kind of floated to 2nd base. This one just under it, gets a backspin straight to Henson, who makes a smart play, reads over to 3rd. Now infield still going to play in, so Regina, that bunt can't happen.
So Castellanos, he's 0 for 1. He drew a walk in the 2nd, his first plate appearance of the season. First pitch swing in here, fouls it back, and then he reached via an error in the 3rd, and he's come around to score twice. So 0 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Or sorry, 0 for 1 rather, with 2 runs scored. That's a team stat line for the catcher behind the plate. He'll take that all day. Pitch here from Cordy. Check swing outside, ball 1.
Now I do wonder here, 1 out, bunt still in play, infield in. Do you start by a fast runner and just hope that Castellanos can get a bunt down?
A suicide squeeze Elliot Wagner wants. 1-1 pitch. Swing. That's through the infield. That'll score a run. Castellanos. What a start to his season. RBI single, and he's been on base 3 times tonight.
Yeah, well, you can take my coaching advice and just throw it out the window. Castellanos pulls it beautifully. By will score easily, and the 2-run lead restored for Regina. That's a big piece of hitting there from Castellanos. Well lined in, waits on the breaking ball. And now Deskalchuk will look to keep the rally going.
Deskalchuk already 2 for 2 with 2 singles, as he now has 5 hits this season. He has been a guy that has impressed me early. He's a freshman Regina guy as well, is Discalchuk, and he's shown to come up big in some situations, and he's earned some trust as well from his coaching staff. Cordy the pitch. First pitch swing and fouls it off, and he's aggressive at the plate as well. Not afraid to swing early in counts, but knows when to take pitches as well. Bluff over to second, sliding back in on the pickoff attempt. Castellanos took a couple steps towards second. So the count 1-1 to Discalchuk at the plate. Castellanos dancing over there at first. This one hit over the third baseman's head and into left. They're going to wave Castellanos around second to third. Discalchuk stand-up double. And there's two runners in scoring position now. And Discalchuk's 3 for 3 tonight.
Have a day, Chance Discalchuk, a double to, again, keep this rally going. Like you said, 2 in scoring position, good heads-up base running from Castellanos. That one just down the line. Corte nearly had a chance at it if he could get a couple more inches on his Roberts, expecting him to lock things down, and he's allowed a couple of base runners. Infield now playing it again. And now they'll play, the middle will play back.
Looks like the corners will stay in. Called strike to Rain Kreklowitz. Kreklowitz has not gotten out tonight, although the first time he reached base was via a fielder's choice, and then he stole a base and then hit an RBI single in the third. 1 for 2, the line for Kreklowitz. Swing and a miss here. Got a check on Panks behind the plate is on the swing. Kreklowitz kind of knocked him with the bat.
Yeah, he knocked his mask off pretty hard on the backswing. Panks seems to be okay now. 0-2 count. They'll still keep the infield or the corners in a little bit, not as in as they were for Castellanos.
0-2 the count, 1 out here. Saskatoon coaching staff hoping to keep this at just a 2-run ball game. If anything's hit hard to the corners, this one fouled off the mask of Panks, and he'll take a second to kind of regroup himself. Sada's going to walk the ball out to Cordy.
Yeah, Panks is taking a beating here in this at-bat. He gets the backswing, gets the one off the helmet. Try to settle in and get this second out of the inning.
Because, like,
3 hits already for Regina in this inning. Just the 1 out, the soft liner to the first baseman. This one hit towards the shortstop. Castellanos is going to go home. The play at first is in time. What a throw on the run from Brock Laird to get the out. But a productive out for Regina as the RBI comes across for Kreklowitz, and the lead is now 3 runs for Regina.
Well, that's exactly the place you want to hit it if you're Kreklowitz. Getting it to short, third, first, second, any one of those is probably going to be a play at the plate. Castellanos, who ran pretty well on that one, so made it an easier choice. Advances the runner, or excuse me, keeps the runner to Discalchuk at second.
Alex Roux up. He's 1 for 2 tonight. That one called strike. Nice little slider there from Cordy. Cordy just kind of coming in to be the janitor and just kind of clean things up, get through the middle part of this ball game for Joe Carnahan. That one fastball away. I've kind of noticed that so the count 1-1 to Alex Roux. Roux at second base tonight. There goes the runner to Discalchuk, and it's inside. They're calling it a wild pitch as that one got away from Panks. And a stolen base from Diskalchuk.
It almost looked like that one was close to either hitting Brewer's bat. But luckily for Regina, hits neither.
Yeah. Fourth stolen base on the night by Regina. That one aided by the wild pitch. 2-1 count from Cordy to Rue. This one popped into right field. Wind holds it up. Under it is Murdoch, and he makes the grab for out number 3. Red Sox bring 2 across here in the 5th. Add more to their scoreboard and draw closer in this one. 6th inning when we return on Flow Sports. Pitcher into the ball game, the first one out of the bullpen for Regina tonight. It's the righty, Cannon Henserling, getting the call. And he was supposed to start on Tuesday, so this one almost a little bit of a bullpen session type deal. And he's a guy, too, as a regular starting pitcher, can maybe eat some innings for Ryan Pathakos to get through the middle third of this ball game yet. This one low and away as he's struggled first 2 pitches to get a grip.
Yeah, so far Henserling on the season, just the one appearance. It was against the Berries on the 2nd of June. He went 2 1/3, allowing 3 hits, 7 earned runs on all of that. Struck out 5, walked 4, did hit 2 batters in 76 pitches. So he's lacked a little bit of control, hung a couple of pitches, and he has gone the distance against this Berries team that played very well against him in this last appearance.
I believe he gave up the grand slam to Nash Nichols, and he will face Nichols now once again. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Nick Cody to start things off.
I think he just wanted to get the bottom of the zone kind of established there, did Henserling, and just spiked 4 straight. It happens. Now you just got to trust your defense. If something's in play, they can turn 2 and make up for it.
We can close the book on Aiden Schumacher. Worked 5 full, 8 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, gave up 4 runs, all earned on 94 pitches thrown tonight. What an outing to start for Aiden Schumacher. got his last 7 outs all via the punch-out. And this one gets away. Wild pitch, and Cordy will advance, and the rain's starting to fall once again.
And this is the last thing that Hensarling needs.
Yeah,
5 straight balls.
Already struggling to get a grip. That one closer, but still a ball. So he's now thrown 6 straight outside of the zone to start this outing. That one low and in the dirt. Nichols 1 for 2 on the evening. Hit a single, then was caught stealing and has struck out.
It's probably never been this cold this entire No. 3-0. High. 8 straight balls from Cannon.
Yeah, it's just been a spot that just hasn't hit. He's getting decent velocity. He's getting decent spin on that fastball, but
we're gonna have a quick little mound visit here from
tying run coming to the plate.
Zach Paulin. What here is this conversation? For, you know, Cannon, he's a freshman. Didn't get a lot of playing time this year.
Well, I'm sure if the worry is with Hensarling, he just doesn't want to hang anything. Just let him know that just hit the plate. You haven't hit it once. These guys are probably just going to take a couple. You can get your feet dug in.
Hensarling from Ocean Springs, Missouri, Nichols State, Colonel. 7 games, 1 start, 1-0, 7 2/3. Sorry, 7.27 ERA and 8 2/3 innings. Allowed 11 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned. Walked 7 batters, 7 strikeouts. This one also gets away. And already movement now in the Red Sox bullpen as Hensarling struggles to find the zone. Nathan Houston here represents the tying run in the top of the 6th inning. 2 runners now in scoring position. And that one looked like a better pitch, just doesn't get the call. And he's now thrown 10 balls. Make that 11. It's a good thing he's the home pitcher. I think if we were in Saskatoon, he might be getting the chance. And the bullpen up there is trying to get warm quickly. 3-0 pitch here to Houston. That one is a strike as he finds the zone.
Something to dig his feet into. That's all he needs.
Leadoff hitter Houston's 2 for 3. There's one that he's forced to swing at, fouls it off, and the count now full as Hensarling working back into this outing.
Now this kind of opens up the pitch selection. You've thrown off speed before, just hasn't gotten any swing and miss.
Count full with no outs. Nick Cody off a 3rd, Nash Nichols off a 2nd. Steps off. We believe it's David Gordon out there warming up for Regina. Pitch up. That's a big out for Regina.
And a smart play from the pitcher, checking on the runner at 3rd, knowing that obviously a sharp hitter to the pitcher. Runner's got to go back, but maybe you think that secondary lead by Cote, maybe you can have a chance to pick him off, but it's a smart play, throwing to 1st, getting that one. Now you get a little bit of momentum here as you attack another righty.
As David Gordon warms up in the Red Sox side, it is Brooks Jones.
Or excuse me, a lefty.
A lefty warming up for Saskatoon. We'll see if he comes into the ball game to start the 6th. And Henserling now, after throwing 11 straight balls to start the inning, has thrown 4 straight strikes, and he's gotten an out. That one just misses the zone as the pitches continue to get better for Henserling. Stinson 0 for 1, but he's drawn 2 walks. Came around to score last inning in the 5th. That one high. Henserling has really good velocity on that fastball. Just kind of has to dial in the command a little bit. 2-1 pitch. Fouled, slicing down the line. So Henserling now 2-2 to Stinson. Castellanos gives the sign. Quick little look over at third base. This one into the left center gap. That one's going to get down and roll to the wall. Both runners are going to come across to score for the Berries. No play at second. Stand-up double, 2 RBIs for Nick Stinson. And those back-to-back walks come back to hurt Regina. They still have a 1-run lead, though.
And that'll be it for Henserling. As Rai Pathakos comes out to get his reliever.
And tough outing for the kid. 3 walks, gets 1 out, luckily. But the hard double into the gap allows 2 to score. And we believe it's David Gordon coming in. Indeed. Gordon, who's out of Arizona Christian University. La Mesa, California product. 19 appearances for Arizona Christian. Where were they? The Firebirds? Arizona Christian, I forget. One of the, or the Firestorm or something like that. Whatever. Sick name nonetheless. 19 innings pitched in his collegiate season with an ERA under 2 out of the bullpen. Yeah, the Firestorm. That's got to be the sickest name in college baseball.
That's a good one for sure. But so far in the WCBL season, he's got 2 appearances. One on the 30th of May, one on the 2nd of June against the Medicine Mavericks and the Saskatoon Berries. Against the Berries, he went 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. He has 6 strikeouts thus far on the season and a season high of 80 pitches, which was against the Berries on the 2nd. So Regina will turn to another guy who's eaten a lot of innings to eat these last couple more in a 1-run game.
These 2 teams will play again on Saturday in Saskatoon. They'll be back here next Tuesday for their 4th and 5th matchups of the season. Again, Saskatoon and Regina playing 10 times in 2026. This their 3rd meeting. Next game for Regina is tomorrow night here on Flow Sports against the Weyburn Beavers. I won't guarantee there won't be rain, as we've had rain now the last 4 days. I believe Saturday is the next day where they're not calling for rain at all here in Regina. First pitch from Gordon outside to Ethan Murdoch. As for Saskatoon, they'll travel down Highway 1 and play against the Miller Express in Moose Jaw tomorrow night. Sorry, that game between Regina and Saskatoon on Sunday. Check swing. Did not go. Tough call for the umpire, who has to shift over to second base. Murdoch's 1 for 3 tonight. Spin on base twice, fly out, reached on a fielder's choice, and hit a single with an RBI as well. There's a called strike to Murdoch as Gordon the runner on second, but he has already given up 2 earned runs. As that one gets away from Gordon, just couldn't get enough spin. Saskatoon has fought all the way back to draw within 1. Score 7-6. Here's the pitch. That one, a called strike, fills the count. There is 1 out. We're still in the top of the 6th inning. Lots of baseball left here on a Thursday night. Here's the pitch. Outside, and Murdoch works the walk. As the Berries continue to make each out tough on the Regina relievers.
That's just a byproduct of not getting ahead in the counts. Throws that first pitch ball, and this Saskatoon team, they're not going to go chasing too often. As we've seen thus far today, they've walked a good amount after the pull of Schumacher.
43 walks in this inning for Saskatoon. This one, first pitch swinging, is Gavin Panks. Saskatoon, a team which has worked a decent amount of walks. They're averaging about 4.5 per game as a team. Their pitchers, however, giving up about 5 per game. So there's a great pitch from Gordon, called strike 2. But I will say for Saskatoon, the reason why they don't draw a lot of walks is because they get a ton of hits. 116 hits already for Saskatoon. 321 team average do the Berries have. This one low and in the dirt. Great block behind the plate by Castellanos.
Yeah, the second best run differential in the league of +48. Only next to the Okotoks Dogs, who have just been on a cruise in the Western Division.
They've had some blowout games, and they've blown out some really good teams. They've blown out Sylvan Lake. They've blown out Lethbridge. They're struggling against teams like Brooks, though. I believe they beat them both times they've played, but swing and a miss here. Down goes Panks on the foul tip. What a pitch there by David Gordon for out number 2.
Yeah, it comes into a pretty weird situation, but that is a great pitch to go to with 2 strikes. Just a little bit away. Batter's got to be on timing. Panks wasn't. Struck out for the 3rd time today.
Josh Henson, who does have a home run already tonight, steps back in to the batter's box. That is only hit. He's 1 for 3. Takes a ball low. Now Saskatoon, a team which averages about 5 strikeouts, a little bit more than 5 strikeouts per game, has struck out 10 times this evening. As the Regina pitchers have had their number, really, for the exception of Hensley. 1-0. Check swing. Went around. As the rain has slowed, I still see a few raindrops in the lights, but not as hard as it was even a couple moments ago. David Gordon, 1-1 count to Josh Henson. Stinson. Gordon gets ahead in the count 1-2.
Yeah, that's almost a cutter. It's got kind of the fastball velocity, but makes a sharp late movement in towards the right-handed batter. It's a great pitch to go up 1-2.
Gordon looking to work out of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Low and in the dirt. Another block. Good one behind the plate by Castellanos.
I wouldn't mind if he went fastball in again. Seems like something that's given him a lot of success. Hasn't thrown it to a righty too much in a short sample size. I'd like to see him go back to it.
Count now even at 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Top of the 6th inning. Berries have brought 2 across the plate this inning. This one popped shallow on the infield. Rue gets there, makes the grab, and Regina works out of the top of the 6th, holding on to a run lead. They'll come to bat bottom half after the break here on Flow Sports. Stay with us. Ooh, Rue had
the
to
live
run
sports
a long
experience
way.
is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
New pitcher into the ball game for the Saskatoon Berries, number 32, Brooks Jones. Red Sox, shortstop, number 11, Justin.
Top of the order will lead things off at the bottom of the 6th inning here with Regina holding on to a slim 1-run lead. It is 7-6, and a new pitcher into the ballgame for Saskatoon. It is a lefty in Brooks Jones. First pitch from Jones is a called strike on the outer part of the plate.
And interesting to see a change of approach here for the Red Sox batters as they face Jones. Season-wide, a 4.2 innings pitched tally. Only allowed 2 runs. None of them earned across 1 hit across his first 4 appearances. Struck out 3, walked 4, hit 1 batter. And his highest pitch total was against the Beavers, where he threw 34. 1 1/3, where he allowed those 2 runs in the single game. And that 1 hit. Struck out 1 and walked 1.
Justin Samard leading things off. 1-1 the count. This one fouled off. For Adam Cordy, he works 2 1/3, gives up 5 hits, struck out 1 batter, gave up 2 runs, both earned, did not hit a batter. He also did not walk one. Kind of just did the job and kept Saskatoon close. Pitch, strike 3 called to Samard as he goes down looking. Good start for Jones out of the bullpen.
Yeah, Jones, a guy who usually only works an inning. He's gonna kind of eat this 7th. Maybe they can ask him to, or eat this 6th, excuse me. Maybe they can ask him to go through the 7th, depending on how it goes. He'll face off against Tafoya and do up his Toger, so he'll go lefty on lefty for bye if the Red Sox are able to have a guy reach. So maybe if...
Seemed odd to kind of bring in the lefty knowing that 3 righties were due up, but so far so good.
Maybe they're wanting to have him see by in that 7th.
Swing and a miss here by Tafoya, and the count quickly 0-2 to the number 2 batter in this lineup. 0-2 pitch. Looked like he went to the changeup low and away, but it's in the dirt. Tafoya lays off. Tafoya came into today sporting a 4-game hit streak. He got another hit to extend that now to 5 games. It's kind of been the hottest Red Sox batter of late, but he strikes out swinging here. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the outing by Brooks Jones.
Yeah, coming out of the bullpen quick, throwing away. That's getting these Red Sox batters to chase really hard. Tafoya unable to get in contact there. That'll be Toger, who's had a little bit better success here today. He'll be a bit tougher of an out.
Will Toger, he's 1 for 3, but he's been on base twice. He reached by an error, charged to the second baseman. Swing and a miss here as Jones just continues to have these Red Sox batters off balance to start this at bat.
That one kind of a slider. Somehow Toger laid on it.
Apparently he was out of reserve shooting people with a BB gun or something like that.
So now the count 0-1 to the Red Sox first baseman. He lays off that pitch in the dirt. Toger had a double to lead off the third, and then he grounded out to the third baseman, which ended the 4th inning.
Not lying. Like, that's just what I heard. It's just such a wild thing. You know he's close, Canada. He's that guy.
Neither team really able to get out too far in front. Regina scored first in the first inning. Saskatoon came right back with 2 runs to take the lead in the top of the second. Regina scored 2 in the bottom of the second. They got out to a 3-run lead in the third, did the Red Sox. Saskatoon drew within 1. This one popped into center field. Chasing after it is Nichols. Sliding is Laird, and he makes the grab. What a catch by the shortstop. Had a long way to run back into his left. Circus play to end the 6th inning. Brock Laird, dazzling. Score remains 7-6 here on Flow Sports. Down scoreboard as we head to the top of the 7th inning. In Medicine Hat, they tried to get the game going. They had to delay the start, but the rain kept falling, so they have postponed that matchup to tomorrow evening. It was the Energy City Cactus Rats in town visiting the Mavericks. In Brooks, the Bombers currently lead the Sylvan Lake Gulls 9-5, bottom of the 5th inning there. While Lethbridge on the road in Fort McMurray taking on the Giants. Bulls leading 4-1. Top of the 6th inning. We're at the top of the 7th here. Called strike from David Gordon to start things off to Brock Laird. Laird 1 for 3 on the night. Had an RBI single back in the 5th inning. Scored Saskatoon's 4th run of the game. Sorry, the 3rd run. The 3rd run batted in was Laird's RBI. Swing and a miss here. Gordon had to come in and play cleanup the last inning and kind of did the job. Struck out a batter, forced one to pop up, got through the 6th as Regina gave up 2 runs to Saskatoon. And that's what's made it a 7-6 to ball game. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Called out is Brock Laird by the first baseman umpire, Kevin Manzik.
A 2nd strikeout of the day for Gordon. Laird tried to keep that bat close to his shoulder so that they wouldn't call it a go-around, but didn't fool the umpire over at first. And a big out, number 1.
This brings the number 7 batter to the plate, Eric Aguirre. He is also 1 for 3 this evening. Grounded out to the 3rd baseman, his first plate appearance in the 2nd. Hit a single, but was stranded at 3rd in the 4th, and then struck out looking in the 5th, his last plate appearance. Shows bunt, pulls it back as the pitch was well outside. Should also note again, Weyburn was to host Moose Jaw tonight. That game postponed to a later date as well. 3rd straight night, Weyburn has had a game get postponed due to weather. That one right down the middle. Aguirre takes for strike 2. As he checks in with Derek Sada behind the plate about where that crossed, but that one looked like it was pretty obviously a cross at the knees. Now the 1-2 pitch from Gordon. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the 7th.
And again, that's just fantastic selection. Playing down, getting the swing and miss, playing away, and then playing right back in to the lefty. It's not a great matchup, but he's able to win it. And the quicker you can go into this 8th, 9th inning, the better options Regina have to go with their bullpen.
Going back to the 5th inning, 7 of the last 9 outs for Regina have been strikeouts. Now Saskatoon has scored 4 runs over that time, but man, they are finding the holes in the Barry swings currently. Something that not a lot of pitching staffs have been able to do to this point of the year. 1-1. Fouled back. Cody, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, runs scored. Now the count 1-2. In there, called strike 3. Sets down the side in order. David Gordon. What an inning from the reliever. We'll stretch Eric Curry Field as the Red Sox hold on to a 1-run lead. fans braving the elements here tonight. A cool Thursday here in the Queen City. Great baseball game, though, out on the field. Red Sox clinging to a 7-6 lead for the fans who are sticking it out through the rain and cold after the 7th inning stretch here tonight.
Yeah, this is a game that I think a lot of followers of the WCBL knew would be a close one, a good one, as it's been all year, as it was last year. A lot of people thought this would kind of decide the division here early, but obviously there's been this gap, but Regina looking to spark a bit of a win streak, and this would be a huge momentum shift for them. And this is the guy you want up to start the 7th inning and get some more insurance.
So Brady by up to the plate, and I will say standing in the on-deck circle is Jalen Myers, who looks like he might be set to come in and replace Carson Cox. Would be Myers' first appearance of 2026. He was a member of that 2025 WCBL championship team. 1-1 pitch to By. Whoa, that was a weird bounce as it came back and hit By.
Yeah, that is.
So he fouls it off the bat, off the catcher, and it looked like it then hit him in the helmet.
I'm not sure how that one ricocheted.
Count 1-2 from Brooks Jones, the lefty. This one popped just in fair territories. The third baseman Cody, as he makes the grab for out number 1, and Jalen Myers will indeed be coming up to the plate.
Number 1, Jalen Myers.
First plate appearance of the season for Myers on the year.
This was the day. What the hell it was. It's great.
First pitch he will see of the year is outside.
And Myers last year for the Red Sox batted a .317, OPS .934, as he homered 3 times, drove in 23 runs. Or sorry, that was in 2024. Sorry.
This one, Lowe had his feet dancing out of the way.
Yeah, it's his 2025 season for Regina. He only played 10 games, 10 for 34, scored 5, homered twice, and drove in 9 runs, as well as nabbing 3 bases.
He was with Doane University as a senior last year, so teammates with a few Medicine Hat Mavericks and Carter Roth, and I'm trying to think of it. They have so many Doane Tigers on that Mavericks team.
We do pile of balls.
Myers ahead 3-0 in his first plate appearance of 2026. Pitch here from Jones right down the middle. Myers kept the bat on his shoulder all the way as he watches that one in for strike 1. Now the 3-1. Called strike 2. Myers thought maybe it was inside and took a step towards first base. Maybe tried to sell it a little bit, moving the feet. Myers a good guy. I've had a chance to talk with him a little bit. He's a good guy to talk to. Team guy in that clubhouse. That one is a ball as he draws the walk. Myers will just do whatever the team asks him to do. Needs to play third base, yeah, he'll go play third base. If he has to jump out of the outfield, yeah, he could do that too. Oh, shortstop, second base, yeah, sure. Draw walks just like that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he is a pure fielder for sure, and the situation calls for it. Needs a good at-bat, gets on base for a guy who hasn't been put out yet today.
Daniel Castellanos draws in. Look over at first by Jones. Pitch catches the outer part of the plate. Castellanos has come across to score 3 times tonight. drew a walk in the second to lead off that inning. Reached on an error in the third, and then an RBI single in the fifth. This one fouled hard to the screen. Just a little late. On that fastball by Brooks Jones. 0-2 pitch. The delivery. That one fouled back as well. Got under that one. Wasn't so much late. Count remains 0-2. Ooh, that one gets away from Panks. All the way back to the screen, allows Myers to advance. Just a fastball that was set for the low and away corner that was in the other batter's box, and Panks unable to get a glove on it.
The temperature's still a little bit cooler, about 12 degrees Celsius, so maybe the grip a little bit lost on that one. This will be the longest, or we're at tied now for the longest that Jones has worked in a season. He hasn't gone 2 whole yet.
That one outside to Castellanos. As Myers was kind of dancing behind Jones there at second. A little bit of a distraction out there. Jones so far solid. This one pop foul, slicing out of play. Our game coming up on 2.5 hours here. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. This one's been a little bit of a longer one. Lots of offense. 7-6 ball game. 1 out. 2-2 count to Castellanos. That one in the dirt. Not far enough away from Panks behind the plate as Myers had to hesitate there. Castellanos has worked the count full. Really good at bat here by the catcher. Payoff pitch to Castellanos. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from Panks. Myers is going to advance to third. The play at first is in time. Almost a productive strikeout of sorts as Myers quick to move, no hesitation there.
Yeah, that is a tough throw from Panks, trying to throw across the baseline. Panks took the inside part, so see as Panks picks this up. He has to readjust, throw all the way across. Well read by the first baseman Henson, using that inside leg and switching it as we got a quick mound visit here from the pitching coach.
Mulligan out there, isn't it?
Ryan Olkaway.
Oh, sorry. I guess Mulligan is just a
consultant. Unless this is him, of course.
No, I had a really good conversation today with Joe Carnahan about Indiana State product and man out of Cardiff, Saskatchewan, Carter Beck. Preparing for the MLB draft, former Saskatoon Berry.
It's got a very good chance.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since Saskatchewan had an MLB draft pick. They actually had 2 in 2021. Garrett Hawkins out of Bigger and Josh Hoffman out of Regina. Jeff Hoffman? Tyler Hoffman. Apologize, Tyler. Swing and a miss here by Chance Diskalchuk. Diskalchuk, what a night for the freshman. 3 for 3. That one, he looks in there for a called strike 2. Hasn't been phased much, has Diskalchuk, by the situations he's been put in. Oh, 2 pitch outside.
Great
What a take.
Yeah, that is such a tough one. See 2 straight lower zone strikes. See that one high. Just want to swack at it because that runner at third is so important at this point of the game.
1-2 pitch low and in the dirt. Good block back there by Panks to keep Myers at third. And Deskalchuk putting together another good fight here in the 7th. Now the 2-2 pitch. That one gets through into right field. Chance Deskalchuk drives in another. Makes the score 8-6.
4 for 4 is Deskalchuk. A bunt base hit, a double. And now he has himself an RBI that might put Regina just that little bit farther ahead that they need. It was going to be a close game. Everyone knew that. It'll be these little plays from the bottom of the order that Regina have had, and they've all come out to play 7 through 9.
Now, how big was that wild pitch on the strikeout to allow Myers to advance to third, making that RBI easier?
And now lefty on lefty. We'll see how Kirklewitz attacks this.
Runner goes. Hit and run was on. It's into the glove. What a play.
Wow.
Nick Cody at the hot corner, flashing the glove. Couple big defensive plays by Saskatoon the last couple innings to keep this one close. Red Sox add another here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 8-6 as we head to the 8th here on Flow Sports.
Nash Nichols.
Center fielder Nash Nichols leads things off in the top of the 8th inning. And how about the work from David Gordon out of the bullpen so far tonight? Nichols tries to lay down a bunt. He's already had a bunt single tonight. Tried to show it again here.
Yeah, that was back in the 3rd inning. Yeah, David Gordon, he's been pretty efficient. Struck out 4 thus far across his 2 innings of work. If he can get through this 8th and maybe hand it over to Udi Zenger or one of these Red Sox closers, that'd be plan A for sure for Regina.
That one called strike on the lower part of the zone at the knees, outside Black. Great command there.
Houston posted on Twitter.
0-2 pitch from Gordon. High and away. On deck is Nathan Houston as the lineup will turn over. 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up, top of the 8th. Regina with a 2-run lead. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Goes Nichols. 4 straight strikeouts by David Gordon.
Yeah, Nichols had no idea this one was coming. Completely handcuffed. Sitting back, waiting off speed, and then that one took a bit of a bear towards him. Didn't see it coming. Swings right underneath it.
14 strikeouts by the 3 Red Sox pitchers, and really the 2 because Henserling did not record a strikeout. Swing and a miss here to Nathan Houston. Schumacher had 9. Gordon's up to 5. And he's out quickly to Houston. This one poked into center field. High fly ball, playable in the middle of center field for Mason Tafoya to make the grab. Out number 2 quickly here in the 8th.
Exactly what Regina were hoping for. You know, you don't want to throw him in for the 9th, but thus far for Regina, Gordon's only thrown 34 pitches. But right
Houston
now you're thinking about...
sorry to cut you off there,
No,
Elliot. Houston's the only Barry's batter to not have a strikeout tonight. Nick Stinson fouls it off. He has a strikeout, 2 walks, and then a 2 RBI double, which he hit in the 6th inning, which allowed Saskatoon to draw within 1. Since then, Regina has added a little bit of insurance. This one hit towards the second baseman. Rue picks it up on a hop, and as soon as it hit that grass, it just jumped on him. And Rue unable to make the play. What do you see here, Elliot?
I think they've called it a base hit. That's a tough one. That little gap between dirt and short. Oops. That little gap between dirt and short in the outfield. Such a tough play to field. So they're going to call it a base hit, and tough one for Gordon to give up.
And for Rue, I think he would say that he probably should have made that play. Now, Rue has been in the outfield to start much of this year. He's drawn into the infield the last couple games.
Got burned by the Curry Field lip. Since 1960.
Ethan Murdoch, 1 for 3 on the night. Big swing. He tried to tie the ball game right there.
He's the right guy to do it, Murdoch. A lot of power in his bat. Can't give him anything too far over the plate.
Murdoch, so coming into tonight's game, was just 2 for 10 with 0 extra base hits against these Red Sox. And he's 1 for 3 tonight, so he's 3 for 13 on the year. All of them singles. And actually, I should clarify, too, looking at my scorecard, Murdoch also does not have a strikeout yet. So just 2 Barry's batters which have not been struck out tonight. But Murdoch in danger of striking out here in the 2-2 count. Pitch from Gordon. Low and away, bounces into the glove. Fills the count at 3-2. So with 2 outs, expect Stinson to be moving on the pitch. Something into the gap. Probably scores the runner from first with the head start. Swing and a miss. Down goes Murdoch. Another strikeout by David Gordon. 6 in relief. We'll be back. Bottom of the 8th inning on Flow Sports.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Bottom of the 8th inning as the Regina Red Sox looking to give themselves a little bit more breathing room in the top of the 9th inning. They will turn the lineup over. It's the 9, 1, and 2 hitters with Alex Roux leading things off, and there's a new pitcher on the mound to meet him. It's Dallin Roux.
Yeah, at the righty, Roux, so far this season, 6 innings pitched. He's only allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned, struck out 5, hasn't walked a batter. He's only thrown 81 pitches to start the season. His longest appearance came in the first of the year against the Weyburn Beavers, where he went 3 whole innings, walked no one, struck out 3 of his 5, allowed the 3 of his earned runs across the season, and the only 2 hits of the year were in that first outing.
First pitch ball from Roux to Roux. This one a soft dribbler to the second baseman. The first baseman, Henson, had moved to his right to potentially have to field that ball, and so Roux having to cover first base, score it 4-2 to put out, or 4-1 rather.
It's a bit of a weird one. Roux kind of felt like he maybe should have beat that one out, but well done by the young Saskatoon pitcher.
Simard without a hit yet tonight, but he has reached base as he drew a walk to lead off the Red Sox half of the ball game in the first inning, and then came around to score Regina's first run of the night. This one fouled over the screen and out of play to our right. This one into right field. Murdoch chasing after it, and he gets there. Had to show off the wheels a little bit in right field, but gets under it for out number 2.
That was not an easy play. Murdoch read it immediately off the bat coming in towards the second baseman. That's a clean play to make from a veteran right fielder.
Unfortunately for Simard, him and Carson Cox, the only 2 Red Sox without a hit tonight. And even more unfortunate for Cox is every other Red Sox who's been in the lineup has been on base with Simard's walk. That one inside as Tafoya jumps ahead 2-0. Even Myers has been on base as a pinch hitter. Whoa, ooh. That one over the head of Tafoya. And we're, of course, as we were talking about that over the break, Elliot, about the pitchers dialing in the command. We haven't seen a hit batter yet today. That one over the plate, maybe a setup pitch. The one previous. 3-1 pitch here from Roux. That one hit high and well foul.
Just a little early, just a little high on that one, just got under it.
So the count now full after Roux fell behind 3-0. That one hits the batter. First hit batsman we've had tonight.
Yeah, just as we say that, of course, 2 batters later, Sophia
Just
Regina
gets away from Rude and doesn't break enough and hits Tafoya on the numbers.
Well, that's Tafoya, who's stolen a lot of bases, 7 so far. I feel like if he can get to second, and a good batter in Toger can get something on the ground.
Runner goes outside. The throw down to second. Tafoya sliding in there under the tag. Stolen base number 8, Elliot.
Yeah, that'll keep the lead team-wise for Tafoya.
The run game has proven valuable for Regina, not just tonight, but really the last few games. 1-0 pitch now from Rude. That one right down the middle. Toger takes. Count goes to 1-1. You think, though, teams are going to maybe start picking up on that?
Perhaps. I mean, it is still early. Lots to learn for these guys.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss from Toger on the great breaking ball from Dallin Rude. Looks like he was thinking fastball, swung well over top of it.
Yeah, it started
quite ahead too.
Yeah, it started away and just dropped. Not even really any slider action on that one.
Brady Bye waiting on deck for a potential opportunity here in the 8th. Check swing, did not go. They'll check down to first just to make sure. Manzik confirms the call. The automatic check swing. They got that in one of the minor leagues, the check swing challenge.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I actually never heard of that.
I believe AA. 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. Toger pops this one foul and out of play.
Because I know they don't have ABS in AA. Because I remember there was a.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking triple. There's a.
It might be triple. Okay.
Maybe it's single A or rookie ball or something that I'm thinking of. There is a league that has the check swing. Keep seeing replays from it. I would think that it's going to be in the majors
eventually
at some point. You're not just putting it in the minor leagues to not bring it to the majors eventually. Look back at Tafoya off his second. Pitch here by Rude. Low and away, and Toger. Tough take there. Gets the call to fill the count.
Yeah, after swinging at that first off speed, he's completely laid off all of them. And defense kind of playing a pull here. He could be late on this.
Outside, Toger works the walk. With 2 outs, Regina has put back-to-back batters on base for Brady Bye.
And what a spot this would be. Chance to ice this game for Bye, who has gone a couple games without hitting a jack.
His last home run was it against Saskatoon?
I think it was in that 11-10 loss. Again, the infield playing to pull, this time first base side to Bye. Outfield shifted for him to push.
Yeah, back here Tuesday on June the 2nd. That went inside as Bye had 2-0. That was his 4th home run of the season, but he hasn't had one since. 4 straight games without one. The wind is keeping the balls in from right today. That one well inside as Bye was dancing out of the way. Bye 1 for 4. He did hit a opposite field double, which led off the 5th inning. And they will not. Whoa. I was going to say they weren't going to let him swing the bat, but Derek Sada says, no, you got to see one more pitch.
Yeah, I like the call of no swing. That one just grazed the corner on the outer part.
So the count now 3-1. Bye pops this one up. Shortstop Brock Laird under it, finding it. There he is. Makes the grab. Red Sox do have a 2-run lead for the top of the 9th inning. David Gordon looks like he's going to be trying to close this one out when we return on. David Gordon in to try and close this game out. He's given up just 1 hit so far in 2 2/3 innings pitched to this point. He has been stellar.
Yeah, he has been so much better than Regina have really even imagined for this game when they put him in.
The bullpen is moving somewhat, but it looks like everybody's coming in to the dugout. So looks like Rypathakos is putting a lot of trust into his Arizona Christian pitcher.
They got one guy warming, but he's still got his bunny hug on.
Yeah, just in case of emergency, break glass. If Gordon allows a couple guys to reach. Fans trying to will this team to victory tonight. This one off the glove of Gordon towards the second baseman, Rue, out of the glove, and it's in time. What a play by Rue at second. On the running catch and throw.
Yeah, this one took a weird hop off the glove of the pitcher. Kind of slows up a little bit, and Rue has to make a very quick play. Beats it up by maybe half a step. Very good play from a second baseman that hasn't had too much to do. Really, this whole Red Sox defense hasn't had that much to do, but at the end of this game, it's going to be so important.
Josh Henson, the next batter in. He's got a home run tonight. 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. As the Red Sox pitching staff has really put a clamp down on this high-powered Barries offense.
Yeah, this is something that's I don't think even Regina saw coming too much. Put some of their better arms out there, well rested, but so are Saskatoon coming into this game, and they've been better on the bump.
Low and away as Henson lays off. You can They'd score that put out 1-4-3 for the first out of this inning. This one on the hands of Henson, pulled foul. Good pitch on the inner half. Castellanos gives the sign. Pitch here from Gordon. Outside.
Oof.
Ball number 2. That one looked well outside from here.
Yeah, he's going for that corner for sure. Against the righty. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes right back to it. Tries to hit it 2-2.
It's an enticing pitch to try and hit. That one swing and a miss. Down goes Henson. And the Red Sox 1 out away.
What a performance from Gordon. I really don't know what's been better, Schumacher to start this game on such a hot streak, or it's absolute save job. I'd not well, might technically be a save. I can't remember.
It's a save situation.
Yeah, Gordon has just done fantastic coming out of the pen when the Red Sox need him.
More than 3 innings. Swing and a miss by Brock Laird. Laird is 1 for 4 tonight. He drove in a run on a single in the 5th. He grounded out to the shortstop and struck out twice his other 3 plate appearances. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss, and Gordon goes back-to-back with the fastball, and Laird hasn't even been close.
Now you can go maybe slider in. You can maybe start a change up away, try to freeze them. Got a couple options here. Maybe you get a chase away as well. A lot to work with.
0-2 pitch from David Gordon. This one grounded towards Rue at second. The easy throw to first, and that, my friends, is the ball game. The Regina Red Sox have won back-to-back and hand the Saskatoon Berries their 3rd loss of 2026. And the difference in this one, the strikeout numbers, huge by this Red Sox pitching staff, as Schumacher and Gordon combined to fan 16 of the 27 outs tonight.
I mean, that is going to win you ball games for sure. Even with the 6 runs, even with the poor performance coming out of the pen of the Red Sox middle reliever, Henserling. But man, that's just a clinic for sure. Shaking off the home run from the start of Schumacher, shaking off those couple of hits towards the end of the game. No pressure phasing Red Sox closers, Gordon. Like, that is exactly what Regina are going to point to basically every single time there's a tight game. They get their first win against Saskatoon. That's such a big one. If this division ends up turning the way everyone expects it to be, which is a close one.
We just saw on the replay caught stealing by Daniel Castellanos in his first game of the 2026 season. And there's a base, or I guess he reached on an error in that one, but he was so huge tonight. And you could just tell there was a different feeling on that Red Sox defense with him behind the plate.
For sure, he was good offensively, but you said it, the defense was a lot more stout. I don't think it's any coincidence that he comes in and all of a sudden all these pitchers are getting strikeouts. These are guys he's probably just met today, some of these guys, and he is commanding the zone. He's commanding these at-bats. He knows how to attack all these really high-powered Saskatoon batters that he's getting a look at for the first time, at least some of these guys, and he just really controlled the game, really kept it calm, looked over his defense, who made the plays when they needed to. Just an overall clean win for Regina. They were able to get it done against Swift Current. Now they get it against a tougher opponent. A lot to build off here for this Queen City squad.
This felt like a game where if the Red Sox could get the bats going against this team, maybe this carries over to future games. How much of a green flag was this performance out of the bats?
Oh, it was a huge one for sure. A lot of these guys who maybe didn't have great seasons to start, maybe they were questioning some of the positions on the field, what the starting 9 was going to look like. This game really solidified for head coach Rapithakos and a lot of these players just kind of how this season really could go and what their potential could be. Sometimes these guys just need to realize what it can be, and this is exactly that.
Doesn't feel like it, but Regina, a 500 ball club at 5-5 now through 10 games rather, following this win, while Saskatoon drops to 8-3 through their first 11 games. Lots of baseball yet to be played. The Regina Red Sox win this game on 8 runs, 10 hits. They left 8 runners on base, while Saskatoon 6 runs, 10 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 9 runners on base. You can give Aiden Schumacher the win. David Gordon earns his first save of 2026. Excellent performance out of the pen by Gordon. Again, 16 strikeouts between Schumacher and Gordon tonight. Stellar on the mound. That the difference. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night, Friday night, as the Weyburn Beavers come to town. Hopefully we get that game in, as Weyburn has had some bad luck with the weather of late. But for Elliot Wagner, I'm Donovan Mace. Thanks so much for joining us on the broadcast. Shout out to the guys in the truck for bringing you this broadcast. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for watching.